wait a minute. No way this is happening again. A lot more people are just saying they're trying to distract us again. From what? Apparently this is happening in the United States right now. Another distraction? I'll let you be the judge of that. More information you should know coming right up. If you happen to be brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and news type awareness that you should know. If you happen to find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. I thought we were all over this. US military is yet again tracking another thing that's mysterious. All at the same time, we've got weird, odd, nuclear training going on in the United States. Stuff that the FBI says, don't worry, nothing's happening over here. We've got overseas issues. Crimea's practically blowing up. So much going on in the world right now. Perfect time for a distraction, right? US military is tracking another mysterious balloon. A balloon, guys. I thought we were out of mysterious balloon season. The military has determined that it poses no threat to aerial traffic or national security, but it's not clear what it is or whom it belongs to, officials said. With all of our tracking capabilities, all of our tech, we've got AI about ready to control the world, and they can't go back and find out where this thing originated from? Does that not sound fishy to you? So you might be wondering, which state is it above this time?
3 U.S. officials tell NBC News the government is tracking another UFO over American soil. Joining me now is NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Kuby. I came to you a little fast, Courtney. I'm being cheeky about UFO. It's another balloon. Tell me what we know.
So it appears to be another balloon. I will say the officials that we're speaking to say that they don't believe this is a Chinese balloon, but they don't really know who owns it. It's been flying. It did fly over the last several days over part of Hawaii. Now it appears to be moving east towards Mexico. We don't exactly know where it is on that transit at this point. Unlike the Chinese spy balloon from a couple ago, this balloon does not appear to have maneuverability or propulsion. So in other words, it seems to just sort of be floating along with the wind. That's according to these officials, but it does have a payload. So at this point, it's just not really clear what this is.
Like I said, how in the world can they not know what's going on here? We've got Terminator, robot dogs, already on the police force that can go into a room that's a threat, determine whether it's a threat, sweep the room, take care of business if it needs to. We've gotten technology ghosting its way over into Ukraine to detect any kind of nuclear situation that will tell them exactly where the source was, what country, probably what town. And they can't figure out where a balloon came from or what it's doing.
Into commercial aviation or planes in the sky, and it does not appear to be any kind of a national security threat. But Katie, you know, we pointed out to our viewers because there's another balloon, unknown origin, and the U.S. is tracking it to see exactly what it is and where it goes.
Is there now a policy in place of what the government will do with it, with these balloons? I mean, is there talk about when you shoot something down and when you don't? I know we asked officials this over and over again during the last melee, and there was never really a clear answer. Has one since been formed?
So from a military perspective, there is a very clear checklist that existed during all of the February time of the balloons that were shot down over several days to now, and it still exists. And if it's an immediate threat, the commander of NORTHCOM NORAD, General Glenn Van Herk, actually has the authority. If it presents an immediate threat, they know it's armed, and it may be something that could do immediate damage. He actually has the authority to shoot it down. But there's also a checklist that exists. So if something, they look at things like commercial aviation. Does it present an immediate threat to those? Is there something about any kind of an unknown flying object that it could be a threat to people on the ground? Those are things that they go through. Again, in this case, that does not seem to be the case from a military perspective, but then there's also other layers of government bureaucracy. So if it seems that it is a ultimate threat, so not immediate, obviously it's going to go to the White House, it's going to go to the Secretary of Defense, they're going to discuss the possibilities, the FAA would be brought in. At this point, none of that seems to be the case. The U.S. military is still tracking it to see where it goes, but they're watching it. It's not impossible, by the way, here, Katie, if this thing goes over U.S. soil, that they would shoot it down. That's still in the realm of possible. Just not at this point.
Courtney, thank you very much for joining us.
What do you guys think? Put it down in the comments below. Is this just a bunch of hogwash? Like I said, a lot of people are saying, let's do another distraction, throw the balloon up. A lot of folks last time said it was a distraction for some other things that happened. So is that what's going on here again? It says the U.S. military is tracking a mysterious balloon that flew over American soil, but it's not clear what or whom it belongs to, according to 3 U.S. officials. What is going on with these balloons? In a statement, the spokesman for the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said, U.S. Indo-Pacific Command responds to an unidentified radar signature Friday in the vicinity of the island of Hawaii. Pacific Air Force launches 3 F-22s to access the situation and visually identify a spherical object. We monitored the transit of the object and assessed that it posed no threat, but yet it might be taking photos. Here's the thing, there's some stuff over there in Hawaii that is kind of top secret, right on the edge of the water. I know about it. So when they say it's not hovering over anything that, you know, they don't want seeing, when it's that far up in the sky, they can take pictures of anything. So if it indeed is a spy balloon, it's efficiently probably doing its job. I mean, like I said, the last one, now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. If it was a spy balloon floating over Montana, we all know that there's some serious business going on in Montana. Whoever ran that thing, if that was the case, probably got all the data they wanted. How high is this thing up in the sky, you might wonder? A Pentagon spokesman said that the balloon was floating around 36,000 feet with no indication that it was maneuvering or being controlled by a foreign adversarial actor. The balloon did not transit directly over defense critical infrastructure or other U.S. government sensitive sites, nor did it pose a military or physical threat to people on the ground. Like I said, not directly over, but it's so far up in the sky. If it's got crazy camera system, you don't have to be directly above something to get some good photos and imagery. And at this point, there's probably more than just photo technology that they got. They're probably scanning stuff for other things. Like I said, if you guys know more about that, put it down in the comments below. I'd be curious to read that. NBC News writes, the Chinese spy balloon flew across parts of the U.S. in early February before being shot down off the Carolina coast. The device was able to gather intelligence from several sensitive American military sites, despite the Biden administration's efforts to block it from doing so, officials have said. By the sounds of that, it was a little bit too late. And if there's any truth to this, it's up there doing its job, I'm sure. Like I said, what do you guys think's going on here? Is this a distraction yet again? Because I thought we were out of spy balloon season. And if they are trying to create a buzz on the media and get us distracted, what are they distracting us from? Yet again, another very interesting article that they're trying to spin. Who knows what's going on here? But I can tell you, as I know more, I'll keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.